Hey guys, it's been a while. I was on a bit of a hiatus. Videos will be coming out more regularly again. I won't leave you guys hanging like that again, promise. I'm glad to be back, and we're starting off with a banger. Why you shouldn't date a nympho. Oftentimes there are relationships where the woman is not really having sex with the man. In fact, a staggering majority of relationships and marriages today are sexless. I know, that's like the main reason that you're fucking there. And especially in marriage, it's kind of a catch-22 because you can't have sex with her, but if you have sex with someone else and you get caught, divorce, family broken up, life ruined. So you're kind of stuck between a rock and a hard dick. Pause, no diddy. You know what I'm saying? So it's like really, ugh. So you would think that if that is more often than not the case, that men would prefer a woman that has a higher sexual desire, right? And they think that that would be a better relationship because it's more likely that the sexual access will not diminish over time. This is a misguided notion. Now, today what I'm going to be doing is going over the 5 reasons why you shouldn't date a nympho. The first reason that you shouldn't date a nymphomaniac, Mariana's Trench. Now, what do I mean by that? As you should know if you pay attention in geography class, Mariana's Trench is the deepest part of the known ocean. In a similar way, that could be comparable to a nymphomaniac's sex drive. See, on average, men's sex drive is higher than women because of our testosterone. However, on the extremes, on either end, women outclass men handily. What do I mean? I mean that the man with the lowest sex drive cannot compete with the woman that has the lowest sex drive. And the woman that has the highest sex drive is infinitely hornier than the man that has the highest sex drive. Why? Because when it comes to a woman's sexual desire, if it is an outlier, meaning she is a freak, meaning she is both literally and figuratively a freak, her desire for sex can be bottomless without end. Okay? And you may think, I'm pretty sure I can keep up, but I'm gonna be honest with you, bro, and you should be honest with yourself, you can't. Because a nympho wants sex in the morning, after breakfast, on the way to work, during a lunch break, on the way back from work, at home again, right before bed, every single day. Now, maybe in the first week you can do that, but every day, let's be real. After a certain point, you won't be able to keep up. Let's just be honest. Let's not mince words here, okay? Let's just be honest with ourselves. We know our capacity. The second reason that you shouldn't get into relationships with a nympho. Thought pocket. What do I mean? I mean that if she is a nymphomaniac, chances are she didn't become one when you met her. She always was one. And what does that mean? A very, very checkered past. Meaning she likely has bodies in the hundreds, if not more. You didn't just meet her like that. She didn't just become an nympho. No. Unless you got her out of high school or something when you guys were both teenagers, but more likely than not, when you met her, she already was one. And if she already was one, you're just the one that managed to lock her down. But she's been around. And if she has been around, what does that mean? That means that she's probably done a lot of stuff that you don't want to know about. And the difference between a nympho and a woman that does sex work is a nympho doesn't do it for the money. She does it for the love of the game. Is that better? Is that worse? It depends on who you talk to. But it doesn't change the imagery. In fact, she's probably more enthusiastic. The third reason that you shouldn't date a nympho: suffering from sexcess. Now, what do I mean by that? It's simple. Humans are, when you break us down, very basic creatures. We have a hierarchy of needs, okay? We need air, we need water, we need food, we need shelter, and we need sex. If we have all four of those things, we're pretty much satisfied. There's not really, everything else is just a goal to get more of those things, all right? It's not, we've already met our basic requirements. So if you are getting sex on command and sometimes off command, whenever you possibly can even perceive it, your ambition, your drive, your dreams will crumble to nothing because you don't feel like you need to do it because your needs are being met. You're getting sex every day, all day, whenever you want it, because you have a full-time nympho that's servicing you. So why would you feel the need to go to work? Why would you feel the need to work out? Why would you feel the need to dress well or smell good? Because it doesn't matter what state you're in, she's still fucking you. It destroys any type of ambition that you ever had, ever could have, ever will have. Too much of anything is not a good thing. And too much sex, believe it or not, is not good for you as a man. You need something to work for. Now, obviously, the absence of sex is equally as bad, but too much of it, you're just gonna become a lazy piece of shit. You're not gonna care about anything else. You're not gonna want anything else. You'll just become a guy who eats and sleeps and fucks. Sounds great, but nobody will remember your name. Is that what you want? I don't. The fourth reason that you shouldn't date a nympho: monkey junkie. Now, if you didn't know, another term for the punani is that monkey, right? Now, what do I mean by that? To be clear, if you have sex 24/7 on command, you're gonna become accustomed to that level of access. And you know as well as I do that it is rare for a man to have a continuous stream of sexual desire from a woman. It happens sometimes. For some men, it never happens. But it is rare to get a consistent stream of sexual desire from a woman. So if a man has that standard of existence, how can he ever go back to normal life? Let's say that you do get in a relationship with this nympho and you realize she's no good, and then you break up with her, and then you go back to trying to get a girl's number, and it's like, what am I doing? I had sex on command. All I had to do was snap my fingers like Thanos, and this bitch was riding me. Why am I working so hard for pussy again? That's what you're gonna go back to. That paradigm shift, most men can't handle. So what happens? They go back to the nympho and they become addicts, and it's a cycle. But it's much harder to give up sex than it is to give up basically anything else. So good luck with that. And the fifth reason or the last reason that you shouldn't date a nympho: statute of limitations. Now, what do I mean by that? I mean that, remember, she's a nymphomaniac. A nymphomaniac loves sex. And here's the thing, it doesn't matter how the person looks, doesn't matter how tall he is, doesn't matter how much money he makes, she just loves sex. So, eventually, you will run your course. She'll have fucked you in every position imaginable, in every place she's ever imagined, and she's like, you know what? I need some new stimulus. I need a new penis. Pause. No diddy. I need something else. And she'll inevitably fuck other dudes. And what does that mean? A relationship's over anyway. So even if you think, oh, no, I can keep up with her. I can keep up my standard of living and I can maintain this relationship. Guess what? If you don't end it, she will. Unless you're fine with being a cuckold, in which case, no one can help you. You are on your own with that. I don't know what you want me to say to that. Godspeed. But that is the last reason why you shouldn't date a nympho. Now, I just want to close out by saying that I'm not saying you should never even deal with a nympho. No. Listen, if you get a hotel room for the weekend, enough food and booze, you stock it up in that room so you don't have to leave, and you take a nympho in there, you will have the most memorable 2 days of your entire life. I guarantee it. It will be amazing because you'll be able to do everything to her and she'll just keep begging you for more. It's great, but it's not sustainable. A nymphomaniac is good for a night, 2 nights, maybe even a week if you set aside the time. But she's not built for a relationship. She never will be built for a relationship. That is not who she is. Some people are just different. She is one of them. You don't make a nympho your wife. I'm sorry, but it's just not possible. Not in this life anyway. That's it for today, guys. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm King Wisdom. I got merch, link in description for that. I will be coming out with more videos. You guys shouldn't have to wait so long. I'm gonna be back on it. Next video is gonna be a good one. It's gonna be pretty good. You're welcome.